Hey everybody, this is Everyday Commentary, and this is a comparison video in the long-running and not often used Is It Better Than a Sebenza series of videos that I post on the YouTube channel. And on the table today is a comparison between the small Sebenza on the left and the Anso Aros on the right. I just got the Aros in probably like a month and a half ago. And I am going to tell you right now, this knife is fabulous. It sports an RWL 34 blade steel. It has a button lock, and this version uses a carbon fiber frame. Inside the frame, there is a very small piece of steel that runs, maybe titanium. There's a very small piece of metal that runs from here back to here. And it's what they use to anchor the screws in and anchor this backspacer in. And the knife itself is almost exactly the same size closed as like the 88 millimeter Victorinox, like something like the Victorinox Compact. The blade is right around 2.5 inches. The spine is crowned. It has this deep carry over the top pocket clip that's all one piece. It also has this really cool asymmetric lanyard hole. The pin, the fastener for the pocket clip goes all the way through, but holding the backspacer in place. But on one side you have a hole, and on the other side you have the clip. And then the exit point for the lanyard is back here. This is an excellent solution to the how do we add a lanyard hole without screwing up the knife problem. They did a really, really good job. Notably, the Sebenza also does a really good job of this, using this pin in the back. So this knife is about $550, $600. This knife is $425. This knife runs S45 VN steel, though I think they are currently making them in Magna Cut. And so the question is, which one of these knives is better? And I'm going to tell you, if you have a dirty job and you use your knife at your job, it might seem crazy to buy a knife like a Sebenza, but the fact that you can use or service this and take it apart and sharpen it and do all that kind of stuff. I mean, it sounds silly to say that you have a $400 work knife, but this is actually a pretty good $400 work knife. In that environment, this knife is too small and too dainty, and I would prefer the small Sebenza. That being said, it's not that much smaller and it's not that much daintier, but this is just a knife you can pretty easily disassemble and reassemble. So other than that, though, as an EDC, you are going to have a very hard time convincing me that anything on the market is better than the Aros. This is, for me right now, the absolute pinnacle of, I don't know what you want to call it. Is it a production knife? Is it a small batch custom knife? But if you're looking at something like the Roosevelt or something like the Lamia or anything in that class, this knife is a little cheaper, a little smaller, and I'm, in my mind, a much better design. It is better than the Sebenza, even if you were able to like somehow, increase the price point on this one by adding features that are worthwhile to the same price. It's like, maybe $150, $200 difference. This is a much, much better knife. It is really, really incredible. Super refined. I'm going to be honest and say that this is a knife that's made me think about not buying more knives. I just don't feel like there's going to be something out there that's better than the Aros. It's not going to fit my needs and my wants more than the Aros. I love knives, but man, is this knife super, super good. Anso has always been one of my favorite designers, and I feel like this is a knife where he finally fulfilled his promise and made the best knife in the world right now. It is this knife. It is just super, super, super nice. I have not handled anything that feels as good in the hand or as in the pocket. It opens incredibly easily. It never, never misses a fire. It's just super, super good. And I'm going to say this. There are lots and lots of big knives out there. I am not a big knife person. If you are a small knife or a medium-sized knife person, this knife is just great. It's a perfect size. It slides in, and I'm doing it right now off camera, so this doesn't really have any value to you, but it fits into your coin pocket perfectly. In my coin pockets, about this much sticks out, so I can still grab it and pull it out. But if I don't want to stick it in the coin pocket, if I want to use the clip here is just superb. Everything about this knife is well designed and well made. I love this knife. It is just great. Now, again, if you're talking about, really thrashing on your knife, you're going to want to go with something like the Sebenza. It can take a beating. It really can. And this knife probably can't. I don't want to put it through that, but it's just so, so good. Really, really great. And so if I were having to pick, as between these two, it's not really a competition. This knife is better than a Sebenza.